Kid is on her test drive. It's purple. Is that my shoe? Come here. Come here. Ow. Ow. Just a minute ago, she was barking because I have a can. And she wants the can because she eats the cans. So we need to do ourselves a little bit of a YouTube. Hey. 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 Hey! Hey! That's mine! Something like that. You goofball. Leave it! So yesterday, because the camera is right there, I saw a utility truck drive up and he put the fiber end on the pole. Now, he went up, there was this bucket, came down, shoved it into a hole in the door, like a little 1 foot by 1 foot door. And then about 20 minutes later, pulled it back out. Also, if I didn't need that, I could just follow the debris he left as I'm watching him just dump shit on the ground. So, you know, that's just an electrician's way of saying, hey, I've been here. I did something, and now you can tell. Good doggy. Fuckers. Of course, again, I don't want it there. I want it on that pole so that all the wires come to the front of the house. I don't know why they decided to do it that way, but they did. And clearly the line goes right to the pole. So I'll just have them pull it back. Although I don't know which way it's going. Actually, it's a loop. It's literally a loop.
Only lines that man knows how to do is lines of coke.
So fuck it. And except for 2 houses. I think. I don't know. 1, 2. Bastards. Well, we got to get that number on there so I can call Windscreen. Yeah, in today's episode of What the Fuck is Chris Doing Today? Chris doesn't have a tape backup machine. And it turns out this one's available. She's an IBM. She holds 400 tapes. She'll do up to 16 drives. Each tape holds 2.5 terabytes, so it holds approximately 2 petabytes of data. And it's got lasers, and it's got an automated tape cartridge thing. It's got a server. It literally is controlled with a PC. There's a display here, a very cute keyboard, IBM. And yeah, got to get electricity to it. It takes a 220 amp circuits. I think I got one there. I might have to make a Y cable. This does not draw the maximum power because it's only halfway configured. And yeah, so I'm told it costs around $250,000, but it's about 8 to 10 years old. It's LTO6. So getting it here was quite a fun challenge. But yeah. I'm sure in about 48 hours, one of the admins is going to go, what's that big box thing, rack thing doing down there? And I'll have to explain to them what's down here. I don't have a good place to put this yet. I may just leave it down here. I've got 10 gig networking on those jacks to my data center. I just may literally put it here. So, anywho, that's what today Chris is doing. So we got a new hire. He's fresh out of college, went to a place called Ohio University, studied IT, and he asked me today if there was Bluetooth on his computer. Well, his computer is 10 years old, and no, it's a desktop. I told me he had a laptop, and then I gave him shit like, why do you need Bluetooth? Just plug your headphones in. Then he said, well, I like my AirPods, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, AirPods? I gave him a funny look, and he's like, he tried to millennial explain to me what the heck iPods were. So I wandered over there and said, yeah, these AirPods, they look kind of like this, because I carry these every day on my belt. And he put him in his place a little bit. He's cool. I think I'm going to finish burning this. I got my LCD panel steel over there. I'm going to start over here and then hit this part. The faucet's in the way. Got my hose set up, got my water purged, or the air purged. Got my favorite dog in the back of the pickup truck. Somebody keeps running off and she's soaking wet. It's even wetter now. You can see she's been splashing. So we'll get our propane torch and our lighter and let her go. Move that light over there. Almost done. We'll let that simmer for a little bit and wash all the crap out the wall. One thing that really bothers me, every year I do this, I can smell smoke inside, which tells me that this isn't sealed as well as it's supposed to be. I shouldn't be surprised, but especially this part here. So I've been adding that foam on there and slowly sealing this up. But yeah, and I gotta cut the grass back as it tries to grow underneath the siding, which isn't good for the siding or anybody else. So in a few weeks we'll see grass popping out of there. It looks like ass when you have new grass and old grass. It just, because that grass was tall, I mean, you can see it just looks like ass. This looks so much better. And that was burnt last spring, so it comes right back. That dog is definitely wanting to get out of the pickup truck. I better go get it out. I'm mad with sheep come flying. Oh, huh. That's not good. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're gonna have to go get some water. Where's my plug open? I don't know. We gotta go turn the water on. Oops. I think she's gonna notice this. Oh well. But we gotta go do those now. So this is what's on Chris's plate. Chard, apples, squash, no. Sweet potatoes, chicken, a maple Dijon glaze, walnuts. I don't like these rings. So you're supposed to get the beak of the tool around the corner, and when you close it, it snaps. And so it's really difficult to get it underneath here and through here and then around there. And I've managed to smash my fingers several times in the process. I'll get one like here, but not over there. So I ended up just crushing it with these. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically 5. I gotta get every spring tied to the cross piece at least twice on either side, if not 3 or 4 times. I did 2 here. I'm gonna do 1 there, so that's 3. I'll do 1 here. Yeah, that hurts. I'm not enjoying that. Dogs, of course, are outside. One of them is tied up. How you doing, puppy? Put her in the truck bed, which is great until she somehow flung water from the bed all over me. I don't know how she did that. I was just walking by. The last step after this will be to put cloth over this, and I think I got some black cloth I can do. And then off to, well, then the next step actually is going to be touching up this just with some stain and just lightly the corners and stuff. This is a nice piece. I don't know why people don't like it. Certain female people that bought it and now don't like it. I won't mention names. I think you know who that is. Okay, well, that was a wild pain in the ass because I had double layers on here, which is incredibly hard to get through. And then, you know, sometimes this would be 3 layers. So I cheated. Sometimes I just did it underneath and got through the layer. It's relatively easy when it's like that. It's difficult when it's through 2 layers. 2 layers, of course, binds it together well. I still got to put these pieces in there, and I got to put some stain on it. But my hands are killing me right now. Just trying to hold and bend these and get them into place. I used needle nose pliers. I used Kniptix pliers, and then the crimpers itself. The crimpers only worked when you had everything shown on either side, like that you could get underneath and crimp it. If I were to do this again, I would try to get bigger hog rings. Now I thought, because it came with 3 bags, they were different sizes, but no, they're all the same size. It's just more hog rings. But most of the springs are pretty tight. When I tie this down, this should help. And I might just thread, I got some of the hemp, I guess it'd be, fabric here. I'm just gonna like thread through and kind of tie these together, the ones that are loose, so that they hold together better. But I'm gonna put that back there for now, and I think the dog wants to go for a walk. She does not like this leash. I haven't figured out what to do with the Prius. I got some thoughts. One is just to drive it to a junkyard. I haven't even made some calls and see what it's worth. I hope it's worth more than scrap value. The other one is to just, this is funny, fix it. I have a spare head gasket, and I think I might not have tightened the bolts properly in the head, but still thinking about it. Not going to do anything till the weekend, if that. Okay, well, I made myself an L630 amp twist lock to a 15 twist lock, which goes into that power supply, and everything's starting up. The computer is booting up, so that's good. Looks like it runs Linux. Well, why can't I? There we go. I hate these little rubber racer things, mouses. It is what it is. So it looks like I gotta go find the manuals. There's some books down there, because I don't even know how to load tapes into this. I think I load tapes into this via this door here, this magic door, which is, here we go. Oh wow, you load them at the cartridge? Okay, that'll work. It's not the way I did it. Huh. Imagine that, I did it weird. That's fancy. Well, let's close that. Okay. It powered right on. So yeah, that's good. That's pretty fancy. I kind of want to do that again. Wah! Wah! Okay, well, I got some tapes. It's doing stuff. I put those tapes in. Those there. Oh, it's checking all the holes because they're all empty. I think it's found one. I don't know what it's doing. This should be interesting. Okay. I got to hack into this now. Password expired 10 days. I wonder what the password is. I don't know. Whee! I got a robot. Sweet. Jives. I got 0 tapes in there right now. And I got one. That's weird. Oh, it's moving the tapes. It can move 2 at a time. Okay. So now this is incrementing because I'm using slottages. 1%. One drive has a tape in it. My drives aren't connected to anything right now, but those are the 4 drives. Next step is to get my fiber lines from the server that's upstairs into here. I'm still kind of breaking into that system. It's Linux, and I think I'm just gonna slap it on top here, plug it in over there, and well, maybe I can plug it into here. There must be a backup power supply of these. I probably don't need this. This should probably power all of this. I didn't expect this to come on, but it did off of this one. You know, the one thing I don't remember is if this had network. I think this was just drives attached. That's kind of networking? I don't know. Gonna have to break this stuff out. There's a tape CD-ROM unit and a modem. Probably don't have a modem need. Makes a lot of noise. Yeah, I got a few tapes here. I just loaded these cartridges. What's interesting is they plug right in, but when you lift up, the bracket here locks them into place. So in theory, I'm gonna take this and put it upside down. None of the tapes are gonna fall out. But when you're loading them and it's on a flat surface, it opens that up so they come right out. It's kind of a cute design. I'm gonna put another rack in there and watch it load these because it's kind of fun. So this is kind of self-explanatory. It's got to go up and there's 2 slots there. And then we'll hit the door closed. And what happens if we do this with the lights off? What happens? Okay, so now I think it's reading the barcodes. And it sees there's 20 tapes. And it just got... Oh, I could watch this all day long. Probably am. Wonder what that red X means. Okay. 10. One drive. Says it's online. I keep thinking this is a touchscreen. It is not a touchscreen. There's our... I assume it doesn't care if I do this out of order because none of those cartridges I put in were in order. It doesn't seem to be just shoving them in there. But it's got barcodes, so it doesn't matter. And it's interesting, it's putting them over here. I wonder if it fills this side than it does the other side. I also wonder how you get them out. I'm sure that's something I do over here. Which, hate to say it as a guy of the male species, but gonna have to break this open. Not happy. Definitely gonna have to change the IP address because it's static. I use DHCP and it looks like frame 1 port A. I assume that somehow translates into one of those. Those are the only networking ports I see. The ones over there. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Now, again, that book thing might be handy. I think that's the port I didn't use. It shows network. All those other ones look like they're internal. And that's A versus B. First I gotta figure out how to log into this thing. And when I can't log into it because I don't know the password, I'll have to figure out how to reset it. Again, not a touch screen. That's annoying. Yeah, none of the actions are enabled. I can't hit save. Oh well. Oh, you got tabs. Local GUI, password expired 0 days. That's how we do it. I wonder what my password is. I don't know. Damn it. Back to that thing again. Oh. Won't let me put the cartridge back in. Because I think it was loading up here or something, or I don't know what's going on. Anyhow, hacked into this. Still not a touchscreen. Turns out they got a process. You hit this little guy with a pin, and it allows you to log in so you can change the password. I've been loading tapes up. It's been complaining about needing a cleaning tape, so I put some cleaning tapes. I don't know where it put them. But next week I gotta put the server and attach that. But yeah, you got most of this box cleared out. But yeah, that was a milestone. There's licenses built into this, and I didn't want to wipe the system out. I might have been licenses on disk, I'm not sure. But it was a lot easier just to reset this and Made myself an account. This is an annoying feature. So you hit the close there and it says, no. Well, you got to slide this open to open. This locks all the tapes in. Now it should take it. And then once you do that, you turn the lights off there. It's got backlighting. Yeah, so just gonna read them. There's 2. There's actually a demo mode I can run. I guess it's just filling up that door first. I don't know why it chose to put some over there. I didn't really pay attention when we ripped out the cassettes, if they were in a special order. Just let her go. Stopped at Ed State Sale. There's just about 8 miles away from where I live. They closed at 4, so I had to leave a little early. Bought a record. It's a digital record. I know. But it's a Telarc, and it's brand new. I mean, it's still in the shrink wrap. So, yeah. That was $1. Then these reached $1. So it's a Telarc Ben-Hur. I don't know what this is, but it's world premiere, so that's good. Anyhow, it's Telarc, so it fits the thing. Can't pronounce that. This has looked interesting. George Snell was a famous conductor of the Cleveland Orchestra, late 60s and 70s, and this is live in Tokyo. So, started up the beast. Wanted to move it forward because I want to put up the last 2 of these. I got that one there and one there, and I got 2 hooked up and just... So you can kind of tell where I'm going by that ladder, but it just didn't want to come, and then when I let off the brake, it went backwards. So I don't know. Some of the wood I put underneath here to keep it off the floor because of that kind of problem extends past. I didn't align it with here. I put it past, so I just popped out the articulating ladder and put this here. So this is approximately, it's going to go up there, and then. So yeah, I can just kind of approximate where I want to put this. Obviously, I can use that hook there, and got to get another hook. Now, of course, over here, I'm just going to use wherever falls on the particle board. This was leftover particle board from the shed that used to be right here-ish, and some of the extra wood from the construction. The goal here is by putting pieces on the bottom, I'm making boxes out of the rafters, kind of stiffen things up there. That is to support the wall that's there and the fact it's all settling. And then that piece of wood there is because the floor bounces over there, so it's all good. I don't know if I have enough screws at these to actually do what they need to do, but they're there. So maybe I can just finish this. You may remember I wanted it centered, but it was pick this problem, pick this problem, pick this problem. I picked this problem even though it hits the lights. But okay, and the other issue is I gotta wire it too. But I think I'm just gonna focus on installation, then wiring at a later date. Probably live to regret that. So I wired it to there, then I ran a piece of Romex to there. So basically I need to go Romex to there, Romex to there. So I need 30 feet because I'm just kind of going straight down. So that makes it a little more fun first. But yeah, if I could at least mount this up there, at least get it out of the way, that would be good. And I theoretically could backhaul that one. So this switch over here hits these 2, and that switch over there hits these 2. So I might just do that. That might make more sense. Then I'm only going from there to here to there. I think that outlet there is on a switch. So that might be my ticket. In fact, I could probably get a little creative and just put it on a plug later. Unplug, unplug. Yeah. Come here. I gave this one a nice haircut. Sit, sit, sit. You can't see because she's... Stay. See, I got her hair all nice. Got her head all nice. She had lots of extras. Why do you have to bite me? And I gave him a little trim too, but you can't really tell much. Well, maybe from the backside you can. Well, I was using the shocker and I actually shocked her. I was just being buzzing. I haven't actually shocked her in weeks, months. It was set to high. I was digging out of my pocket. Now she's totally freaked out. You gonna come down? Time to eat. Ah, Jesus. Nut, cheese, Parmesan, chickpeas, kale, rice, stuffed peppers, gulag sauce. I'm missing something. Dates, onions. I mean, they just threw the whole book at me. I got everything's out. I mean, I used every utensil. Well, I used 4, but to me that's a lot because I got to do the dishes next.
Okay, we just checked the brake fluid, added some, got the reservoir cap back on, which was a thing. I was letting the cuss words fly for a second. We got coolant in it, radiator cap back in
Going
place.
crazy. It's the day. We got the dog. We got no rain. It stopped snowing, and we got it doesn't work right. A couch in the back. Finally. So I put the last pieces on the bottom. I put the fabric. It looks like ants, but nobody looks underneath. And yeah, she looks pretty good. I put a little bit of the finishing refinisher where you rub the old finish with the new stain and polyurethane. I forget what it's called. But anyhow, it covers the old scratches. So we're off to Aurora. Of course, it's raining now. I have about a 10-minute drive, so it's not supposed to heavy rain, but the whole point was to avoid rain. Yay! Chris's life is perfect. Ish. Not really. This one, she's all muddy. She's a mud fest this weekend. Now she's really going, but the couch is gone. Yay! Hopefully it doesn't come back like the white one that I had to take apart with a chainsaw after trying to sell, and nobody would buy. That was a big couch too. Had relatives all weekend. So this has got 2 coats on it. I sanded it lightly between coats. We're gonna put a 3rd coat on later today. She's looking better. Some of the grain is coming out. When you add a finish, it makes it shiny, but it also adds depth. And it illuminates the grain better than just the stain. It was looking pretty rough. You can kind of barely see the grain there. Very old wood. So, there she is. There that is. So this is a nibbler, and I'm going to use this to cut the sheet metal. And this I made a long time ago. You put the sheet metal underneath here, tighten that up, and then you can ventilate it. So the goal today is a box, a sheet metal box that fits in here, about 1 inch high maybe. Yeah, I haven't quite. I want it in between here. This should be about 8 inches. Didn't realize it's going to slide too. Oh well. Yeah, most of the time you won't even see this piece. But that's my galvanized piece. Then she's vintage galvanized. She's got the bigger pieces. And I think I'll just, once I'm done, I'll just slightly sand the rust and with some clear coat. But I just want enough lip, and I want it watertight, like 1 inch, maybe a little bit more. Want it, and I have enough for 2, so I'm hopeful that this piece and this piece is more than enough. We got to take this apart. So first thing we do is make some room over here. Okay, well the first step is disassemble this piece, and it looks like it's one piece from here all the way around to here, so this piece slides in. So I'm opening this up, and you can kind of see it's coming apart. So I just need to tap, 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 tap. I used a chisel to open it up, which is probably a bad idea. It's good chisel and sharp, but I'm using the screwdriver. I'm just kind of sliding along here, opening this seam. Once I think I get this off, I think I can slide this one out. I flatten the edge here so she can, over here, so theoretically could slide that way, but it wasn't moving. So yeah, a little bit of rust there, but I think I'll only need like from here on, so I think we'll be good. Enhance, unenhance. Okay, well, looks like it's contiguous from here to here. So I think I'm just gonna slide this piece off. So this is working out the way I want it. I pounded the shit out of this. It's a little dirty from being outside for a year or 2. So we just need to slide this off. I don't think I'm gonna use this piece for anything on this project. Hopefully we've got enough. I should, because I need 8 inches. I can split this down. So yeah, I should have enough. Obviously the first one will be the nice one. Yeah, lots of debris. Having never used this, I'm gonna try and trim along this piece. And if that works, then we're gonna go do this piece. Try to get most of the rust off this side. So I did 36 inches at 1.5 inches on either side. Probably gonna use this lip as the fold over so that it goes over from the outside. Just give it a rounded edge. And that'll be for the ends. And then of course I'm gonna have to fold on the other side. I'm not sure what I'm doing there. Yeah, it's cool. So let's give it a go. That was actually surprisingly easy. I did flatten the corner before I started, but it just kind of glid right through there. Didn't have to push, just kind of gave a little bit of a push, I guess. See if I can follow something, like just clamp a piece of wood down and just follow the wood. Get on that, but I'm gonna have to flatten this out a little bit. I don't think it's gonna cut that thick. Maybe I'll cut that with some pliers first. What you doing there, doggy? Well, it ain't exactly perfect, but that was more because of me. I should have put a piece of wood across there, but it cut pretty easy. It was just that it was kind of getting off. It drifts a little bit, but yeah, I'll keep that. I think I have a metal saw blade that I might dig out. One that cuts versus abrasive that just burns, makes sparks, and slowly gets a smaller radius. But I think I'm gonna call it for today. But got most of that rust off in that piece. It's a little bit of rustages. Getting there. Am I gonna get 2 out of this? Sure. There's my first angle. She ain't perfect, but I'll trim her up later. Gotta figure out my distance and do my next one. And yeah, gotta cut this first. I'm not sure how I'm gonna roll this. I'll probably just roll it down. I gotta get my pliers. I got crimping pliers that are flat that help bend this stuff down, but we'll just roll this back down and leave that kind of weird bubbly kind of thing. It kind of looks cool. Hey, what the fuck's on Chris's plate? Actually, that's Joe's. This is mine. It's apples and pork with barbecue sauce, little wedges of potatoes, and coleslaw with sauce and apples. And there's walnuts there too. So, bon appetit, or whatever the French say. Hey, well, the Amazon guy came today, and you'll notice that we have 2 boxes now. We have the original box. That's the open box I bought. It was supposed to work, and then we have the new one. So I've already taken out and swapped the units. It keeps going dim. I don't know what's up with that. I think I like that feature. But we're gonna try the digital SPDIF inputs. So we want to go to HD. We want digital. We want optical 1. Okay. Now, yeah. Back. So, I don't hear any audio. Yeah, 9.7 WKSU. We've got. That's interesting. I got light coming out. This is the problem I had before. Let's change the band for frequency. Kind of like the auto dimmer. I changed the mode. AM. So before I got a signal out the AM, whoops, and not the FM. Well, we'll play around with this a little more. I'm not sure what I need to do. So, yep, this one doesn't do any digital out. I don't know what's going on. I'm about ready to give up. This is the second unit. Both have been defective, just slightly differently. Fuck.